started.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go!
We are underway. Shake and bake, baby. El Diablo and the Magic Man. Zach Morgan and Logan Martin. Morgan is on the left, Martin is on the right. They have a 4.5-minute head start on Tolamora Quino and Con Porter.
And Sean, you look at the beginning of this event, this is classic Fran movements in a different order. Fran being 21-15-9, thrusters and pull-ups at 95 and 65. We're starting with pull-ups and then sneaking those double unders in and then coming back to the barbell at 95 pounds.
Morgan and Martin are in their first round. When they hit the 84 rep mark, they will be done with round number 1. That'll be after those 21 thrusters. Tolamora Quino and Con Porter, their scores are not ticking up because they are not working right now.
Now here's the unique challenge if you're not used to a stimulus of flipping the script, if you've done Fran before, is that it's always nice having the 21 thrusters at the beginning of the workout when I'm fresh, but to have that after the pull-ups and the double unders is a completely different stimulus.
Adrian Bosman joining us here in the booth.
Hey.
Thanks so much for being here, man.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to share the booth with you guys.
Third test of the Open. I mean, this is a nasty one. I know you've gotten to play around a little bit with it. How did it go for you?
It went about as well as you would expect. I had the opportunity to do the workout as part of that workout tips video that you guys saw a little bit earlier. And yeah, it was a challenge for sure. So these guys look like they're ready to take it on, though. They are pumped.
And Morgan and Martin are through round number 1. At the 4.5-minute mark, that's when Tolamora Quino and Con Porter will try to chase these two men down. We now move to the chest to bar pull-ups. 18 chest to bar, 36 double unders, and 18 thrusters. To make more sense of this, basically you just double the amount of chest to bars you're doing each round. That's how many double unders you're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. But the 3-rep drop, I feel like, is a very deceptive drop in terms of ease. Like, oh, it's 21, 18, that seems so low. But the 20-pound increase, Boz, what was that like going from round 1 to round 2?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, the thrusters kind of hit me right in the skinny. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not the strongest guy. So that was definitely a challenge, having to come into that fatigued and pick up the bar, knowing that it was going to be harder with about the same reps as the last round. So for me, that was definitely a big part of the challenge here. I think for a lot of these athletes on their level, the bar workout is probably going to be the difference maker. That bar muscle up, I think, really is going to start to separate the top athletes from those that are playing a little bit less.
Zach Morgan back to the barbell, now 115 pounds loaded on there. 18 thrusters at the 156 rep mark. They will be done with round number 2. And remember, at 4.5 minutes on the clock, that's when Con Porter and Tolamora Quino get to start.
To what Boz is saying, I feel like this round of 18, once you get to the barbell, is going to slap you in the face with some reality, because if you think about classic Fran in the 21-15-9 format, or any couplet in that rep scheme format, it's always the round of 15 that is the make or break round. The fact that we're doing 18 here makes that even harder, and more weight and a higher skill. So this middle round is going to be a lot where I think your resolve is tested, and where the last round is where your fitness is going to get tested.
Zach Morgan did 6 and took a break. He's back on the bar. 156 is the mark they're looking to hit as we approach the 4-minute mark, and then just 30 seconds left before Con Porter and Tolamora Quino start, and then the race begins. Boz, what's it like been for you to be back inside an affiliate for one of these things?
Oh, I mean, the energy here is out of control. I love how much support their community has for not only the Open, but clearly for each other. This has just been such a positive environment right from the get-go, during rehearsals, all the way through to the main event here. So it's been awesome. I love it.
5 seconds now before Porter and Quino get going. And here we go. The race is on. Boz, thanks so much for joining us. Morgan and Martin getting to work on their bar muscle-ups.
And Sean, this is what Boz is talking about, the bar muscle-ups being the separator. It is such a difficult movement to do. 15 might not seem a lot by itself, but after you've done 39 total pull-ups going into this, along with thrusters and some double unders, the fatigue level in these little breaks you see from Hendersonville on the side is going to be what's going to open that door up for Marquinhos and Porter.
Marquinhos and Porter on the right side of your screen over at CrossFit Reykjavik and Reykjavik, Iceland. They are chipping away at the lead that Zach Morgan and Logan Martin built in that 4.5-minute head start that they got. Both Porter and Marquinhos to their first set of thrusters at 95 pounds. They have 21 reps that they need to perform. Meanwhile, Morgan and Martin are working on their bar muscle-ups.
The universal, good Lord, please help me pose.
I know that well.
I've perfected that movement. Now, here's the thing. On the right side with Porter and Marquinhos, you can screw this up by getting too hyped to try too hard too soon to try to run these athletes down.
Morgan and Martin on the left side of your screen need to hit the 171 rep mark, and then they will be done with their bar muscle-ups. Then it's on to the double unders, and then the final 15 thrusters, and now the weight has gone up to 135 on the barbell. Porter and Marquinhos into their 18 chest-to-bar pull-ups, and that deficit is dwindling.
It is, because every time their feet hit the floor, they are taking a 20-second break.
Logan Martin, that's his last rep. He's done. He'll make it to the jump rope. Now remember, both men need to finish before the women come out. There is a 12-minute time cap.
And so if you guys are looking at this at home from the individual workout perspective, is that both of these athletes will get a time when they're done, even though we're in this team format.
And now, Zach Morgan is through the bar muscle-ups. Porter and Marquinhos on their set of 18 thrusters at 115, and they continue to chip away at Hendersonville's lead.
And you thought those bar muscle-ups were tough at the end for 15 reps. Wait till you walk up to a 135-pound barbell after everything they've already done up to this point.
Logan Martin is on his final set of thrusters, 15 reps at 135. Zach Morgan is getting ready to start his as Con Porter is done with round 2. Marquinhos almost done with his second set of thrusters. That may as well be an empty barbell for Marquinhos. And now to the bar muscle-ups. Logan Martin's got to get to the 216 rep mark, 7 reps remaining before he can do that. Zach Morgan is now working on his 15 thrusters.
Yes, those are the speed wobbles I was looking for.
Porter and Marquinhos now have that deficit down to 44 reps.
On the right side, when I was talking about Marquinhos' skill set is not just a strength and power athlete, but look at his bar muscle-ups. That smooth, nice, relaxed swing through, that very, very high catch at the top of the bar muscle-up. What's beneficial for him there is that since he's pressing out so little, that's gonna save a lot of his press he's gonna need on that 135-pound barbell.
Logan Martin only has 1 rep remaining, and he got through. So he's gotta wait for Zach Morgan before Lindsey McDuffie and Alexis Morgan can come out on the floor. Marquinhos and Porter are inching closer on the double unders on the right side of your screen.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on to that bar, Zach. Hang on to that bar.
4 reps remain for Zach Morgan. Con Porter and Marquinhos, this is their final round of thrusters at 135.
And the wild part here too, Sean, you can't see this on screen, but everyone else can see 2 big screens on the monitors, and they can see Reykjavik closing in on them.
Logan Martin is going to finish at 9:12.40 seconds.
Oh, no.
And now with no rep for Zach Morgan, just trying to get through that last thruster. Moraquino and Porter are getting ready to pass him. This crowd getting behind Zach Morgan. Moraquino's done. Porter's done. Here comes Thorisdottir and Fisher. Morgan is done. .10:03.50 for Morgan, as now Lindsay McDuffie and Alexis Morgan are working. McDuffie is on the right, Morgan is on the left. That's on the Hendersonville side of your screen. Lauren Fisher and Annie Thorisdottir just ripped through their pull-up, so they are now in the lead. McDuffie is on to the double unders for Hendersonville, and here comes Alexis Morgan. Annie Thorisdottir is done with her first set of 42 double unders, which for these athletes is really a minor inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience, and that is the double unders here. Now, if you don't have that skill set, it becomes a major inconvenience, and that's what we see with the programming in the open. We see ascending ladders of skill sets of gymnastics. We see ascending ladders of weights on a classic barbell movement that is the thruster. A new twist on Fran. We've seen every year in the CrossFit season somewhere in the programming. We just happen to be seeing it here.
Thorisdottir and Fisher are about done with round number one. Thorisdottir is through her first 84 reps. Back to the pull-up bar for her 18 chest to bar. McDuffie and Morgan on the left side are closing out their first set of thrusters. The time cap for Morgan and McDuffie is 22:03. Thorisdottir's already done with her chest to bar. Back to the jump rope for the second time. Now she has 36 double unders. She's on the far right side of your screen. McDuffie is done with her first set of thrusters. Now back to the pull-up bar. 18 chest to bar pull-ups as Reykjavik is running away with this thing.
Just watching Annie blast through these movements. It's nice to see two moms on the competition floor. Annie Thorisdottir, obviously she's a new mom, but Lindsay McDuffie has 3 kids of her own, as well as being a teammate, as well as being the co-owner of this affiliate. But I think is amazing is not just the crowd that's here cheering them on, but how well these athletes are moving. That's a sign of a great affiliate.
McDuffie going through her chest to bar pull-ups. That's on the Hendersonville side of your screen. Alexis Morgan is slowly working through hers as well, trying to chip away those 18 reps. Annie Thorisdottir's done with round 2. Now to the bar muscle-ups. She has 60 reps remaining, as does Lauren Fisher.
And the intensity that Annie Thorisdottir on the right is taking into this event almost looks personal, the way she's been doing it. It's been unbroken for everything since the beginning, through the 21 pull-ups, 18 chest to bar, now on the 15 bar muscle-ups. Take a little break there at the top, and that's totally fine to do. And I think a lot of athletes, it's not a bad decision to make, because often the hardest rep in a set of bar muscle-ups is the first one, because you can't really get as much momentum, you can't get as good of a swing. But when you're in the top of that pull-up bar and you drop down, that's where you get the more bang for your buck. So it's almost more beneficial to sit at the top of the pull-up bar for a second, as you see Annie just did, and get a much better momentum swing at the bottom to help that muscle up over the top.
Thorisdottir only has 1 rep to go on her bar muscle-up. She took 1 break, and it was a fast one. 30 double unders for Thorisdottir as Lauren Fisher works her way through the bar muscle-ups. Lindsay McDuffie on the Hendersonville side is on to her second set of thrusters. 18 total reps here at the heavier barbell now for McDuffie. 75 pounds on the barbell here in round number 2 for McDuffie as Annie Thorisdottir steps up to the 85-pound barbell. 15 thrusters remaining for her. McDuffie is through round 2. Here comes Alexis Morgan to the barbell for her second set of thrusters. Again, the time cap for the Hendersonville women, 22:03.
Annie is yet to put down the bar. You can see Khan just screaming at her. And that's what you want to see when you got teammates competing side by side.
Thorisdottir is done. We'll wait for her official individual time. But Lauren Fisher is still working. She is not done yet. She's on her final set of thrusters. As the Reykjavik team probably needed to give Hendersonville a bigger head start.
So the initial 10-minute time wasn't quite as over as we thought it might have been. I think Annie's negotiating skills were more tenacious than her fitness skills. Yeah,
ruthless.
Remind me to never try to negotiate with Annie Thorisdottir.
Lauren Fisher's just about done, and she is in. The team from Reykjavik wins our virtual showdown here as Porter and Moraquinho erase that 4.5-minute deficit with little trouble. And the four of them barely look winded.
They're probably talking about what the next workout's going to be.
Now that we're warmed up.
Maybe a surprise 22.4 they didn't tell us about.
Lindsay McDuffie working through her bar muscle-ups. She got through 15. She has a little less than 5 minutes to finish the back half of this workout and get inside that time cap. 22:03 for the Hendersonville women.
We're saying how it's motivating to have your teammates there to cheer you on in Iceland. How about 300 of your nearest and dearest community members to get you through these last 15 thrusters?
Now McDuffie, 85 pounds, 15 thrusters remain. She has more than 4 minutes to do it. Alexis Morgan behind her, gutting through those bar muscle-ups. Duffy back on the barbell. Just 15 reps here, but man, at this point of this workout, it may as well be 100.
Yeah. It seems so far away, especially when you're sitting there underneath the pull-up rig, just trying to get whatever you can. But one thing you just need to be careful is like that time cap is fast approaching when we get to that position of singles on the bar muscle-ups.
Now the times that you're seeing for Lauren Fisher and Annie Thorisdottir at the top of your screen, that is the cumulative time between them and Porter and Moraquinho to get across the finish line. So we will back out their individual time from that score. So essentially, Reykjavik finished in 16 minutes, 36 seconds. And McDuffie has her fans counting her in, and she's done. She got in with a little less than 3 minutes to spare. That is a great effort from Lindsay McDuffie.
I mean, if you want to think about what a good quality showing looks like for the rest of us, this is above that. Like, that's the wild thing. This isn't just like lane 9 at the Olympics, you know, on a track. Like, these athletes got some serious skill for our everyday CrossFitters.
Alexis Morgan is trying to chip her way through these bar muscle-ups. 22:03, that is the time cap. She knocks out another rep. 6 more to go for her here. And she's making them count. You fail a rep at this point, it's so disheartening.
I gotta say, there's something nice when that hand finally goes up in the air and saying I have 5 left to go.
4 remaining for Alexis Morgan, taking a rest at the top. She's gonna try to string these together. And she fights over, she's gonna get it. 3 remaining for Alexis Morgan. A little more than 90 seconds in which to get through them. Two remaining.
Can I take CrossFit Hendersonville with me back home to Texas to do this open workout? I might just, hey, I got my shoes ready. I might as well just walk out there after this and get this over with if the crowd sticks around.
I think that would be a good choice. And now the first failed rep that we've seen from Alexis Morgan. Less than a minute to go here. The rest of her team there trying to cheer her on. And she's up and over. 15 bar muscle ups down for Alexis Morgan. Now onto the jump rope. 40 seconds to go.
Now for her, it's just don't try to race here. They're double unders. You don't have to speed through these. Unbroken is always faster than fast and very broken. But to get to that barbell, she's probably going to have about 15 seconds, maybe a little bit less, to try to get as many reps as she can in.
Less than 20 to go. And she will get a chance at the barbell. She's going to go right to it. Good for her. 10 seconds. And I think they're going to give her credit for that one.
22:03 was the time cap she needed for her, so that extra 3 seconds at the end got her that last rep.
Gutsy effort from the crew from CrossFit Hendersonville.
I was about to say, and Reykjavik has already showered and changed outfits and ready for their post-workout interview.
And the effort you expected from Reykjavik.
Yes.
And like you said,